What's up, guys? Hope everybody's doing well and having a great day. In this video, we're going to look at a couple of mysterious locations on Google Earth. One down here just off the coast of Antarctica. Looks like a opening to a deep underground base. We're going to look at something mysterious. This was sent in by Brandon B. out of Oregon, who noticed something off the coast of Singapore that are highly unusual. I can't identify them, neither could he. I'm going to let you guys take a look at them, and maybe you can decide what we're looking at over there off the coast of Singapore. Also in this video, I've got a brand new picture slideshow, new sky phenomena photos sent in from all around the world. But first, down here in the southern hemisphere near Antarctica, actually on the south side of King George Island, there's an opening, and I ran across this one myself by sheer accident. You can see right here as I zoom in what looks like a hole in the snow and ice. Definitely looks out of place, doesn't fit in with the rest of the terrain. In fact, there's nothing anywhere like it for hundreds of yards in either direction. And in front of this opening, you can see a dark residue that also is not apparent anywhere else to the right or to the left of this opening. In fact, the dark residue is right in front of the hole. So what I've done is taken a still image from this location. I tried to go in as tight as I could to possibly see something inside what looks like maybe a cave or something in the ice. I don't know. It just looks out of place. So what I did, I took a few photos. I worked on them a little bit, adjusted the lighting and color. And you can clearly see, at least to me, that looks like an avenue for something to travel in and out of. And that's quite possibly what created what looks like a dark residue right in front of the opening itself. So here we go. Underground vent, Antarctica 2021. Like I said earlier, I found this one myself by sheer accident. Looks out of place, doesn't necessarily fit in with the rest of its surroundings. Everything else is chunks of snow and ice. And then you've got this opening that has a dark streak right in front of it that looks like it comes directly out of the opening. And here I zoom in on the, whatever this is, this residue of some sort that, like I said earlier, doesn't look like anything else in its neighborhood for hundreds of yards in either direction. This place here looks like, to me, this saw some sort of traffic. Maybe this was an entryway to something much bigger. And what we'll do, we'll measure it real quick here at Google Earth, measure it in feet, see how wide this thing actually is. 216 feet wide. And we'll take a look at the height, and it's probably about the same, about 150 feet, 140 feet tall, 216 feet wide. So it's pretty good size. It's not small by any stretch of the imagination. 200 feet is like the height of a 20-story building. That's how wide it is, just over 200 feet wide and around 140 feet tall. That would be the equivalency of a 14-story building. So something unusual here on the south end of King George Island that to me looks like an entryway to something underground. Definitely doesn't look like anything else in the area, and you've got that black residue coming out of this black hole that maybe implies there was traffic flying in and out of that entryway that, once again, is over 200 feet wide. Now I want to take you guys down here to the Singapore area. In fact, let's go there first on Google Earth. I know where this location's at. I don't have to type it in. It's pretty easy to find once you know where to go. Right down here off the coast of Singapore. When you zoom in, you're going to see what looks like a circle from about 2,000 feet up. See it right there? Go in that circle on the south side of the circle. Right here, Brandon found this from Oregon, okay? What are those things? So you try to use some common sense, and you're like, okay, are these offshore oil platforms? They're casting shadows on the water. And again, this is out in the middle of the water. This isn't anywhere necessarily near land. This is out in the middle of this big strait. Okay, nothing else out here but water. And I don't know what this ring is. It's kind of mysterious too. But if you go in closer and closer, what are those things? So I measure them, and I'll measure them here real quick. We'll measure them in feet. They're only about 27 feet tall. So we're zoomed in pretty close. That's the front one. We'll measure the second one, or the one on top here. It too is 27 feet tall. So they're not very big. A typical oil rig's probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 200 to 300 feet tall. And these are physical structures because you can see they're casting shadows on the water. So there's something there. And if they're clouds, they're shaped like squares at the bottom. There's a 90-degree angle there and a 90-degree angle up here, and they have legs. And I thought, okay, maybe it's a buoy, but that would be two buoys right next to each other. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And not only that, they're pink. They're kind of an odd color of pink, as you're going to see in this video that I worked right here. And again, this was discovered by Brandon out of Salem, Oregon, who found this on Google Earth. Here we go. I took some of the still images and I simply modified them a little bit with regards to color and lighting, zoomed in really close, took measurements. I compared them to a typical oil platform that's around 250 feet to 300 feet tall, and there is no comparison, none whatsoever. These things are tiny compared to an oil rig. See an oil rig over here on the left? That's one that's about 250 feet tall. These are, again, 27 feet tall. This one here is around 300 feet tall. So an oil rig is massive compared to these things. Here's one in an inverted format. Light is dark and dark is light. And if you notice this one up here on the top, it's got what look like round features on the top. Two round features. And then something down here that kind of looks round. I don't know. They're very, very weird indeed. Brandon ran across these and he said they've got legs, whatever they are, and they do. And I don't think a buoy would have legs like that. And you can definitely tell in this photo here, they do have legs. The front one, you can see a leg there. The back one here, you can see a couple of legs. Like a modern-day oil rig, but they're too tiny. I mean, 27 feet tall. Here they are again out in the open waters, and I adjusted the color. And you see what I mean? How they're kind of a light pink color? I don't think that would be a buoy. And if it is some kind of an oil rig, it's the smallest one, or there's actually two here, on the planet, being 27 feet tall. I mean, that is very, very tiny, and they're right next to each other. But there's definitely something there, casting shadows on the water. Good observation by Brandon out of Oregon. Got a brand new picture slideshow, new sky phenomenon photos sent in from all around the world. Scott sent in this photo of a horizontal rainbow in the sky. Not exactly sure of the location. Victoria out of Mount Shasta, California. Super intense jumbo halo around the sun. Sophie out of Montreal. Beautiful pink and purple sky out of Montreal. This is a screen grab here from windy.com sent in by Lucky V. And Lucky noticed an unusual radar pattern coming off of the north end of Cuba. And I agree, that is highly unusual. I've never seen one that looked like a propeller. I've seen a lot of different Doppler radar sweeps, but I've never seen one that looked like a propeller. Good observation by Lucky. And again, that was over at windy.com. Lubbock, Texas, Tony M. Big, massive storm cloud moving in over Lubbock. Haleyville, Alabama, Shannon and Emerson. Another very low to the ground shelf cloud moving over Alabama. Rob G. out of southeast Spain. That is about as intense of a halo around the sun as you could possibly get. Another halo this time by Lori out of Beaver Creek, Oregon. You can see two sundogs to the right and left of the halo. And then this very profound beam of light spanning up from the horizon. Mandy M. out of Brisbane, Australia. Noticed what looked like some sort of a meteorite trail of smoke in the sky. Not something they're used to seeing down there in Brisbane. That's why she took the photo and sent it in. It just kind of looked out of place. Marley Moe from the Yukon River Bridge. Yet another very intense big halo around the sun. Martin T, not exactly sure of the location, but some more very low to the ground, dark, ominous shelf clouds. Great job, guys. Keep the photos coming. If you have any photos you'd like to share, you can send those to reports at MrMBB333.com. All of the photos end up here at the Sky Phenomenon Photo Gallery at the website, and sometimes I'll use them in a video just like you saw right here. Thanks for watching. Have a super day, and be safe out there.